Here we are this morning. We're down here at Dean's Marsh and we're going to meet the man behind Dinny Goonan Wines. Dinny, thanks for meeting with me today.
Pleasure, Peter.
To highlight your winery.
Thank you.
How long have you been here?
Well, Peter, we planted the first vines 30 years ago.
Right.
So we were the first to plant in the area. No one else was doing it before we arrived here, so we were certainly pioneers of grape growing in the edge of the Otways.
So how are you celebrating those 30 years?
Well, we've done a big promotion this year to let people know that we've been going for 30 years, and part of that was to do a back vintage offer to people who are on our mailing list.
Fantastic.
So that they could taste wines that were made 10 years ago, and in that way we can clearly demonstrate how well our wines age to them.
Awesome. I did notice on the way in to your fabulous winery here, you've got roses at the end of the vines. Why is that?
Well, roses get the same fungal diseases that grapes get, so they also get them earlier, so they become the early warning system for the vineyard.
Okay, great. That's very interesting. Now, what sort of varietals do you have here at Dinny Goonan Wines?
Okay, so our focus to now has been on trying to do one red and one white very well, and to that end we're focused on Riesling and Shiraz. And those varieties have gone very well for us. They're very well suited to the cooler climate we have here. We're now moving over to introducing another red and another white, and to that end we've started making a Pinot, and next year we'll have a Chardonnay coming out.
Now I noticed that your wines are very good, of course, because they're in some of the best restaurants in the country. Can you explain which restaurants are being featured in your wines being featured in?
Okay. Perhaps the most notable one is Bray, which is nearby and one of the best restaurants in Australia. They're great supporters of local produce, including wines, and the wines feature on their wine lists from time to time.
Fantastic. Okay, Dinny, what are you pouring here for us to taste?
Okay, the first wine is sparkling Riesling that we call Proserpina.
Right. And what characteristics are you trying to develop here in this wine?
Okay, so the whole approach in making this wine is to try to make a wine that is vibrant and fresh and fruit driven. We ferment the wine in the bottle, but we disgorge it as soon as the ferment's completed, because we don't want any yeast influence in the wine. We want a wine that you can drink that's crisp, refreshing, satisfying, perfect on a hot day. So it's really emphasising those lovely citrusy characters that are always there in a Riesling, and we have a really lovely green apple aftertaste in this wine that just comes into your mouth after you've swallowed.
It's certainly got the green apple and the aftertaste there, and it's very delicate on the palate. It's a beautiful wine, lovely wine. That was my third taste because it was that good. And Dinny, this is the second bottle we're going to try here, second wine. What is it?
This is our 2016 Shiraz.
It's got a beautiful colour on it. And what are the characteristics you're trying to bring out on this Shiraz?
Well, this is a great example of a cool climate Shiraz. We use a lot of wild yeasts in the ferment for this wine, which we think gives it a nice savoury character, but underlying it you have those lovely primary fruit characters that you get in a good cool climate Shiraz. Raspberry, blackberry, blueberry, a little bit of plum. You also pick up those nice peppery characters, which I think are nicely balanced in this wine. You want that black pepper as a seasoning in the wine, not a dominant fruit character, and also some of that star anise character, which is very typical of cool climate Shiraz.
Well, Dinny, I can tell you it's a delicious wine. It's very easy on palate, not too many tannins there. It's a very nice drinking wine. And 2016,
yes, it is.
It's drinking wonderfully now.
It is.
Fantastic.
It's really going well, yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, Dinny, thank you very much for letting me come down and share the experience of Dinny Goonan wines with you today.
A great pleasure, Peter. You're always welcome.
Thank you very much, Dinny. Thank you.